Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into the financial world of Stellus Capital Investment Corporation. This report is juicier than a tax audit on a yacht owner, so let's get to it. Stellus Capital Investment Corporation just filed a Form 8K, which is basically a quick update on something important that happened. In this case, it's about them raising $75 million. That's a lot of money. So let's find out how they plan to use it and what it means for the company. This report is called a current report, which means it is about something that just happened. The date of the report is March 28, 2025, but the thing they are reporting on happened a few days earlier, on March 25, 2025. The company we're talking about is Stellus Capital Investment Corporation, a company based in Maryland. The most important thing in this report is that Stellus Capital Investment Corporation, which we will call the company from now on, made a deal to sell $75 million worth of notes. Think of notes like IOUs. The company is promising to pay back this money later, plus interest. They made this deal called an underwriting agreement with some other companies, including Raymond James and Associates, Inc. This agreement includes the usual promises and guarantees. The company and the other companies involved agree to protect each other if something goes wrong. The closing of this deal is expected to happen on April 1, 2025, as long as everything goes as planned. This deal follows some paperwork the company already filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. The SEC is like the police for the stock market. This report is not an offer to sell these notes. Basically, they're not trying to trick anyone into buying something they don't want. If you want to know all the details, you can read the full agreement that is included with this report. Scroll item 2.03, creation of a direct financial obligation or an obligation under an off-balance sheet. Arrangement of registrants, scroll C, because the company is borrowing money. This creates a financial obligation. Basically, they now owe $75 million plus interest. Stellus Capital Investment Corporation has its stock listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol SCM. This means you can buy and sell shares of the company. The report was signed by W. Todd Huskinson, the Chief Financial Officer of Stellus Capital Investment Corporation. So what does all this mean? Stellus Capital Investment Corporation is borrowing $75 million by selling notes. These notes promise to pay back the money with interest in the future. This money could be used for many things. They might be planning to invest in new businesses, pay off old debts, or simply have more cash on hand. From looking at the report, the biggest takeaway is that Stellus Capital Investment Corporation is making moves to get more capital, more money to work with. The company is borrowing money at a rate of 7.25%. That's the interest rate they'll be paying on these notes, which is something to keep in mind, but also seems reasonable in this high interest market. Now let's put on our investor hats and think about the big picture. Is this a good move for Stellus Capital Investment Corporation? It depends. If they use the money wisely, investing in projects that bring in even more money, then it's a smart move. But if they waste the money or invest in bad deals, it could hurt the company in the long run. One thing to watch out for is how they manage their debt. Taking on more debt can be risky. It means they have to make those interest payments no matter what, even if their business is having a bad year. Overall, this report tells us that Stellus Capital Investment Corporation is actively managing its finances and looking for ways to grow. Whether it pays off or not, only time will tell. For now, Stellus Capital Investment Corporation seems to be playing the game cautiously, and maybe the interest rates make sense given the current market, but it's something to monitor. There don't appear to be any blatant warning signs, but the proof will be in the pudding. We will see how they put this money to work. That's all for today's Corporate Decoder. I hope you found this breakdown helpful. Now you know a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes at Stellus Capital Investment Corporation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me keep bringing you the inside scoop on the corporate world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.